Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Chucky Season 2 starts today. Today is the very day we've all been waiting for about... God, how long has it been since Chucky Season 1 ended? It's been quite a while. We had Chucky Season 1, and then we had, that whole long wait. Although it didn't take a very long time for them to, literally release kind of like an on-set photo of Dom Mancini. I think that was, literally the first photo we got, and it didn't take long, actually, until they released that, which is kind of nice. Because, waits for those, type of shows, or not type of shows, just wait for shows in general could be, grueling. Could be, an extremely long time, but yeah, Chucky Season 2 finally starts today. And I couldn't be happier. Although I won't be watching at the 9 o'clock live time because I have something to do and somewhere to be. Hopefully Andy survives the season. What's up, JTM401? Yeah, I hope he does survive the season 2. I don't know. Anything is possible. Literally anything could happen. And I really hope he survives. I really do. I really, really hope so. But yeah, that literally starts today at 9 o'clock. Like I said, I have something to do, so I won't be watching the live 9 o'clock or 9 p.m., at least my time, 9 p.m. show, because I have something to do and somewhere to be. Although I'll be home an hour, literally an hour later to just watch the show. And obviously, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow night to talk about the episode and everything. Obviously, we'll have trailer breakdowns, trailer breakdowns, episode reviews, all of that. And I think I'm going to save a lot of the big videos I have or had planned for after Chucky Season 2 is done, which is obviously going to be 8 weeks, but it's videos worth waiting for, at least in my opinion. A lot of them are in the Chucky universe, Child's Play universe type thing. Also, I got a webcam recently, and I think I'm going to turn on for this stream. Although I've literally not done any face webcam camera stuff, I think, for the entire time. Do you think that T. O'Brien... I can't say his name for shit. Do you think Junior Wheeler will make an appearance in Chucky TV Series Season 2, Episode 2, Halloween 2, Episode Tonight? I'm not sure. There's been a lot of, kind of theories about, what will happen with, will Junior return and everything with some kind of, spell... I'm not sure what you're referring to, return-wise, return. Or not return, you said, do you think will, that he'll make an appearance? But I'm not sure if he'll, make an appearance or return. There's, a big kind of, debate. And, whether if he'll come back or whether if he'll, just maybe a flashback. A flashback would be pretty interesting. Although... there's never been really a nice moment between, Junior and Jake. So it's you would think it'd be a flashback during, a motivational moment, to get Jake to, do something or whatever. But they didn't, I don't think they really had any nice moments where it was, at least Junior being nice to Jake. So it's kind of debatable whether he'll be back or not be back. As you said, make an appearance. I can only hope. I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me if he makes an appearance or not, but it'd be cool, obviously, if it's for the right reasons. Also, not just some pointless flashback, but I would definitely be willing to have him back. And if they had some insane reason or I guess reason to bring him back fully, where he'll actually return, maybe a voodoo spell on his grave or something. Is Andy going to die in episode 1? What's up, Dark Rose? I doubt it. I doubt if he was going to die, I guarantee they would save that for the finale episode. I guarantee it. I've only wrapped up Chucky Season 1 yesterday, along with the 7 previous movies, all in order from 1988 to 2021 on my Blu-ray format. Actually, I guess since I got the webcam, it wouldn't be a terrible time to show the, show my Chucky, I wouldn't say I have a huge collection necessarily, considering the fact that it's I'm just getting now into buying all the collection stuff and everything. I still have to get a frame for my Scream 5 poster, since 6 is coming out, I think, next year. But yeah, let me go get that. I'll turn on the webcam for the first time. Be right back. And I guess that wasn't necessarily a long, like, you know, walk, but let me turn on the webcam. Yeah, this is my Chucky season, or not season, but Chucky 7 movie collection. I've literally seen every movie. I remember watching the first Child's Play when I was like, I remember watching the first Child's Play when I was like very, very young, like maybe 6 years old, 5 years old, maybe. I have no clue. I definitely watched him, like I said, when I was like very, very little. And I don't know why I take so much pride in like watching horror movies, like at least classic ones, when I was very, very little. I don't know why I take so much pride in that. But yeah, I actually did a review of this collection on here and everything. It was actually really interesting. I obviously remember, or at least like, you know, not remember necessarily, but I was never a fan of the like cover of it because I don't know, I just was never a fan of the cover overall because I don't know, I feel like I would have liked a design from Child's Play like 1, 2, or 3, but they went with the design from, I think, Cult or Curse of Chucky, which I'm not a fan of that design overall. Like, I don't love it. I mean, it's not something like, you know, it's not a design I overall hate. It's just a design that I overall wish they just went with a different one. But as I said in the, let me put this away, or yeah, I guess I'll put it away. But as I titled this, there was a new, or I guess not new, I'm like, you know, maybe a day or two late to it. But they released a kind of new, I guess I'll call it new. A new Chucky teaser. It's just basically behind the scenes stuff. Throw on the headset and let's check it out. So yeah, this is Chucky Season 2, or yeah, Season 2 behind the scenes look. Take a look into Chucky's Catholic School Reign of Terror, Chucky TV series, Sci-Fi USA, and USA Network and Sci-Fi. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Should be interesting. Actually, let me make sure the desktop audio is enabled. Let me see. Yeah, it should be good.
I wrote
Let me restart it.
Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned.
I love that. Forgive me, Father.
I wrote a TV show that is full of
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a I'm just gonna watch this and then I'm gonna break it
sin,
down.
murder, homosexuality, and I regret nothing.
It's just one big sin.
I love Dom Mancini.
Of course you did. I'm Chucky.
So that's cool. Doing like little talking
Hi,
segments.
I'm Dom Mancini. I'm the creator and showrunner of Chucky.
I'm the Chucky I choose to be.
Oh, it's so weird to
Chucky
see.
has proven to be such a versatile character over the decades, and I've always tried to give
Hell
each
yeah.
movie a slightly different flavor than the last one.
My fans
Oh, he definitely
always
has done
tell me
that, so.
Never get enough Chucky. They should be careful what they wish for.
There's some amazing stuff in this season. Good to come back as a completely different new guy.
Devin
It was important to
Sawa.
me, as with the movies, that season 2 have its own identity, have its own unique feel and tone.
This used to be the production home for wayward boys.
Ooh, I want to pause that for a second to like kind of touch on that. So yes, the something home for boys. That's someone pointed out in like the comments of one of my videos that that's like it might be where Charles Lee Ray and everything, like the orphanage or home for boys he was in when he was like pretty much younger, like the flashbacks we saw in season 1 of Chucky or Charles Lee Ray's is like, you know, childhood. Like, you know, that was kind of like, you know, where he lived, I guess, kind of as like, you know, childhood, I guess. Let's continue.
The subgenres of horror that I've always loved, this is my own term, the Catholic-based horror movie. Movies that draw on the dogma and trappings of the Catholic Church, like The Omen and The Exorcist.
I still have to see The Exorcist.
Because God hates us.
I love
the
that.
School as just a whole new playground for Chucky.
There's like this big, grand building.
They're basically trapped in this scary version
Oh, it's
of
so
Hogwarts
cool.
with no escape.
Dom Mancini is a genius. I don't think
Oh, that's,
anyone in the world would come up with these storylines.
Bella.
Really wild and fun. There were a lot of laughs.
Just having Chucky interact with nuns.
Hi, I'm Chucky.
And priests, all of that
That's
just
so
seemed
cool.
Wanna pray?
I can't wait for that moment.
The Catholic Church is they believe in the supernatural, big time, but think they have all the answers, and then to be confronted by a different kind of God.
I love that.
I was raised Catholic. As a kid, you take it very seriously.
Your first Bible
I didn't.
You'll never forget.
And as a young gay kid, of course, that impacted me.
Catholics aren't exactly down with the gays.
I love that.
It's a daunting, scary place.
If we screw up, they're gonna send us to juvie.
I hate
That's
homophobes.
interesting.
They're real monsters.
Let go.
We were focused a lot on family issues in season 1. Now, as the characters have aged, they have new obstacles in their path.
I'll tell you my secrets if you tell me yours.
Nadine.
Not just in terms of survival and surviving Chucky, but their own relationship as well. It was a blast. I think people are really going to enjoy it.
I don't know how
I'm gonna
it comes
love
up with
it.
this stuff, but it's amazing.
Hell yeah. That was awesome.
Subscribe, damn it.
That was awesome. I so cannot wait for this. So, is Chucky Season 2 airing today? Yes. Chucky Season 2 is airing today at 9 p.m., at least like the time that I'm in. 9 p.m. I do highly recommend checking all of your time zones and everything, checking air dates and everything, time zones. For me, it's airing at 9 p.m., which I'm super excited for. I'm not going to be able to watch 9 p.m. live because I have something to do at, like, you know, around that time, unfortunately. But I will be watching as soon as I get home. And it's, like, likely around probably 12 p.m. or not 12 p.m., 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. I'm going to be doing a live stream such as this as a review. And then obviously as the days follow up, leading up to, like, you know, the weekend or the end of the week, I will be doing, like, you know, trailer breakdowns for episode 2, reviews and all of that, and obviously a bunch of other videos and such. I do have the Chucky DVD Collection Extended Edition with Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 Bride of Chucky Extended Version. That's cool. I know there's so many different collections. Like, Scream Factory has a Child's Play Chucky collection that I 100% want to get because it's so cool. So let's kind of go through this a little bit. Okay, so right here, scene take 2. Okay, that's not important. We have an axe with a bunch of Chucky hands and a Chucky head in there, or, like, you know, a good guy doll head. I don't want to point at the screen. But I heavily think this is the same setting that Devin and Lexi go into, where all the Chucky dolls are, like, hanging around, like, the heads and all the eyes are gouged out, or all the eyes are gouged out. I heavily think that's where this is, and that this is inside whatever cabin or weird area they're in, where, like, all the Chucky dolls are chopped up and all of that. There's a head, or maybe that's a full good guy doll killed, obviously, or something like that. But I heavily think, like I said, this is a place where Devin and Lexi go.
I've sinned.
I love Dom Mancini so much. Okay, so this right here, this is a setting that got a lot of, do you own Chucky Season 1 DVD? I do not yet, at least. I do want to definitely own it, like, you know, soon, obviously. Unfortunately, I did not do a watch through of Chucky Season 1, like, kind of like to refresh myself. But I think I remember a decent amount to the point where I don't need to do that. But I will 100%. I may, if I have time before I obviously have to go and do the thing that I have to do all the way up until, like, you know, 10 o'clock and everything, I will 100% watch, like, you know, rewatch Chucky Season 1 if I have the time. But if not, no biggie and everything. I pretty much remember everything that happened in Season 1. Like, you know, it would just be at that point like a bonus to go back and watch, like, you know, Season 1. But yeah, like I said, I think this right here is the whole, like, because there's a theory, I think written by Screen Rant, an article on Chucky Season 2 and everything, a photo that was released of Zachary Arthur, you know, the actor who plays Jake, like, doing, like, a crossing over Chucky, and this furthers that theory, like, by a ton, because apparently there's going to be, or not going to be, like, it's not confirmed yet, but there's just a heavy theory, or, like, just a theory in general, that Chucky Season 2 will feature an exorcism or attempted exorcism of Chucky, where obviously maybe Devin Sawa's father, Bryce, will attempt to exorcise Chucky and everything. Obviously, will likely fail, because obviously then what would happen with Season 3? I mean, the franchise needs to finish off on a movie, so, like, you know, I heavily think this is during the exorcism and everything, where like Father Bryce will try to exorcise Chucky. We do see Jake walking like in here and like part of the scene.
Wrote a TV show
Yeah, there's Jake in the background and everything.
that is full of sin.
I love that. Where he's like, it's full of sin, murder, homosexuality. I love that so much.
Murder, homosexuality, and
It's just poking the sleeping bear, and I love
I
it.
regret nothing.
And I regret
One
nothing.
big sin.
Okay, yes, this was a scene of like, I heavily think this is inside the Catholic boarding school, like, bathrooms. Maybe this is when like, Chucky, because in the season 2 trailer, or at least one of them, there was a part where Chucky jumped out of Jake inside the bathroom and started like, fighting him. And there was a fight between Chucky and Jake. I heavily think this is the, this right here is like, Chucky getting ready to like jump at Jake and everything, or jump on Jake, and then that's where the fight breaks out and everything. That's likely what's happening here.
Me?
Okay, that's obviously where Caroline sees Chucky. I love that.
What you did? I'm Chucky.
Hi, I'm Don Mancini. I'm the creator
Hell yeah.
and showrunner
Okay, so this is obviously Chucky, operators, not much to really break down there.
of Chucky.
I'm Chucky.
Okay, so this was so funny, and they started using this. I forgot when they started using this, the whole green screen, keying out the guys, or like, getting out the guys through like, obviously, like effects. But I just find this so funny, seeing like, them like all behind him in like these weird positions, or not weird positions, but just like these green guys holding up Chucky. It looks so funny. But so we have Chucky here with all these like tomahawk or throwing knives. This is obviously during the season 2 trailer when like Jake, Devin, and Lex are behind a door trying to hold it shut, and Chucky just throws the knives like at the door, and it goes through, and they're like looking up at it all stunned. But this is Father Bryce's desk. I wonder if like they'll end up killing Father Bryce. That would be insane. Like he's in Father Bryce's like office, and it says Father Bryce headmaster, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, this is likely where it's like, Chucky versus Jake, Devin, Lexi, and possibly Nadine, maybe Father Bryce too, where he throws the throwing knives at the door, and they're like, looking up at the knives and everything. That's funny. I can't wait for that scene.
I choose to be.
Chucky has proven to be such a versatile character over the decades.
Hell yeah, he
I've always
has.
tried to give each movie
That's season
a
1
slightly
stuff.
different flavor than the last one.
My fans always tell me that they can never get.
Okay, so we've seen this before, but this is kind of what I meant in the video that I released, which thank you all so much for the support on that video that I released, like, I think yesterday or whatever. Like, it did really good, and thank you, like, so much. It actually is, like, means a lot. But in the video, I did discuss how people were saying the dolls looked a bit weird in the truck. Like, they looked a bit kind of fucky. They looked really weird. And I said it was only in that scene, in this whole sequence and everything, or part of the episode, and that's pretty much reigns true right here. The dolls looked so weird in the back of the truck, but now they look perfect, like actually scary up here and everything. They're like, running, stabbing in the truck to get to the front and everything. And I think they even show a shot of Chucky on the top of the truck in front, like, like taunting Andy and everything and fucking with him. The dolls look perfectly fine after that scene in the back of the truck. It was just that one scene that just looked really weird. I hope the Glenn doll shows up. I would love that. Like, the Glenn doll showing up would just be amazing. It would be so cool. It really would just be as just like a plus. I mean, the Tiffany dolls showed up while, like, Tiffany is in the human form, so it's definitely possible. And obviously the Chucky doll, well, Chucky is in Nika, and it still works, so, But yeah, that's possible. Do you think that Zachary Arthur character Jake Willer will do an exorcism of Chucky? Because I don't know. I don't want, like, to not die. I don't think, I don't think Jake will die at all. I think he is, like, a pretty safe bet since we're like, who we started with. But I do think it is possible maybe Father Bryce can die while doing the exorcism. That is very possible. And I still have to watch The Exorcist. It's October, so I'm going to do a ton of, like, horror movie watch-throughs and I think I've been a bit slacking on it, but, I did see Wreck. I do want to see The Nun, because that's, like, a movie where it's getting a sequel. There's someone in it that I like, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so far I've only seen Wreck this month, which I feel ashamed because it's already the 5th, and I've only seen one horror movie. I feel ashamed, but Halloween Ends comes out this month. We have Chucky season 2, and I'm just after, like, after this after tomorrow, I feel like I'm gonna be much more open to watching more horror movies and everything, since I'll be a little bit more like free of time, and just be a lot more relaxing. I was more used to Glenn and Glenda as a doll with a British accent. Obviously, yeah, I know, like, obviously the original, I think Billy Boyd's not coming back to do the voice, which it's, it's whatever. I honestly think Lachlan Watson is going to literally kick ass as Glenn and Glenda. They have, like, already they have proved that they're going to do, like, a fantastic job as Glenn and Glenda in season 2. Like, I really can't wait to see more of them. You think that we could see the return of Jesse and Jade or Tyler in this season? Tyler, it's been a bit of a rough road to see if he'll ever return, because of obviously some things that happened to the actor and everything after his time on Child's Play 3. So that's a bit questionable. But Jesse and Jade, I definitely could see Jesse returning, because there was a behind-the-scenes photo of Jesse, the actor who plays Jesse and everything. Well, like, he has a very close relationship, it seems, with Dom Mancini, and I think like Dom Mancini has with all of his Child's Play, like, franchise and series actors and actresses. But there's a behind-the-scenes photo of the Jesse actor with Dom Mancini on the set of Chucky season 2. So it is definitely possible. It is 100% possible for him to return. Although Jade, I don't know. Like, I don't think I've seen one interview with Katherine Heigl talking about, like, who plays Jade, talking about, like, Chucky, the Child's Play franchise or series, like, anything. And she has not said she wants to come back or anything like that. And it's just, actually, her and Tyler are probably the two who I really don't see returning. It is possible, 100%. I would love to see them return, but they're the least likely in my opinion. Although, speaking on Tyler's part and everything with, like, Child's Play 3 actors and actresses, the actress who played Kristen, or, like, I fucked up her name in the, like, what happened after video for Child's Play 3, but Kristen, her actress seems to really want to return. So I can see that happening in Child's Play, not Child's Play, whatever. I can see that happening in Chucky Season 3 100%. 100% happening in Chucky Season 3. Just not in, like, Season 2. I want Junior Wheeler to return to Chucky TV series tomorrow night. I don't know. I can see a flashback, but I just don't know about him, like, returning unless they do some really crazy stuff. My wall ball's practically empty, but like I said, I can see a flashback of him. I just don't know 100% about returning. I could definitely see them doing it, considering that, like, Chucky's already done a ton of crazy shit already. So I could definitely see them, like, bringing him back and such. But yeah, Chucky dolls look pretty cool here.
Enough Chucky. They should
this right here is where everyone's criticizing, saying that they looked really weird. Obviously, the, like, bald one looks just funny weird, but the overall designs of the other dolls look just, like, really, I'll just say it, bad. At least in my opinion, but they look pretty much great everywhere else and literally every other scene, even the scene right after this where they're on top of the truck.
Careful what they wish for.
It's amazing.
Okay, yeah, here's Father Bryce likely doing the, attempting to do the exorcism. He has a bit of stuff flung at him, like some liquids. He has a nun helping him out. Maybe with some holy water or something. I love these shots right here. They all look, like, really good, actually. So this is likely him doing the exorcism reading and everything. Water splattered on him. I'm not sure why. Maybe Chucky spit the holy water at him. I don't know. Nun helping him. All that stuff. I do wonder if Father Bryce is going to be, like, a friendly character to, like, our kids. Because it does make me wonder. Because there's heavy, like, speculation and theories that he'll make it to the end. So I do wonder if he'll actually survive and be friends with our kids and everything. I'm not sure. Karen Barkley and Detective Mike Norris has to return to the series. I really hope they do. Here's the thing. In series and plot-wise, it really makes sense for them to return. But on kind of the spectrum of will they, because of, like, the actors and actresses, like, the actor who plays Mike and the actress who plays Karen, it's very debatable, since I think I've heard people say that, like, they're not coming back and everything, because I think they said they weren't coming back, but, I don't prefer a recast. I would never want a recast for Mike or Karen. It's either bring them back or as like the original actors and actresses, or don't bring them back at all, because like the woman who plays, like, I'm blanking on her name and everything, but she is perfect for the role, and so is Detective Mike Norris. They were perfect for the role, and they're still perfect now for the role. Especially the history and chemistry they have with, of course, Andy Barkley with his mom, and obviously Detective Mike Norris, and obviously the actors and actresses have, like, the chemistry. So I would definitely want them to return. So like I said, Exorcism right here.
Stuff in this season. Good to come back as a.
Okay, yeah, Exorcism again. Him, like, doing holy water and such. Talking about how he's just, like, glad to come back. This isn't a completely different character. It was a new character. Like, actually, I was a bit skeptical at first and everything, but I'm glad he's back, because I'm really interested in his character, actually.
Completely different new guy.
It was important to me.
Okay, this whole scene with Caroline, maybe Caroline's friend? Maybe, and this is Devin right here and everything. And maybe, I think this might be Jake, like, his sleeve, because he had, like, a jean jacket on. The scene where it was, like, him sitting next to Devin, and Devin has on the same jacket. So, I think this is a scene when Devin, like, lunges forward and, like, shocks Chucky with, like, a taser or something like that, or, like, hits him. Caroline right here, same hairdo as she was, like, wasn't when she had, like, opened the door to Chucky, and obviously, like, met the bride doll. I wonder if this is the scene where they're interviewed by that one guy, like we saw in the beginning of the original season 2 teaser trailer, or whatever.
As with the movies, that season 2.
Yeah, right here. Right here. If you look right where she's lunging forward, this literally looks like a prosthetic arm. Like, not green screen, not where they would, like, key it out or, like, CGI it out or anything like that. That literally looks like a prosthetic arm. Like, that Nika's lunging forward. And I do wonder if this is where she, like, stabs Tiffany in the eye. Because, as I said, I made that theory a while ago. And a few other people had the same idea and everything of, like, Nika stabbing, like, Tiffany in the eye. That would be insane. Although, I don't know. It would be cool. And maybe even, like I said, I mentioned also in the video, of her replace her eye. Or the stabbed one with, like, a doll eye and everything. That'd be insanely cool. But like I said, it looks like a prosthetic, like, mechanical or whatever, metal arm. Stabbing possibly Tiffany in the eye, I'm not sure. I mean, whatever reason, what other reason would she be lunging forward?
Have its own unique feel and tone.
Also, I'm not going to go over shots that we've already seen before. I'm just, like, going to go through ones that, like, are kind of fresh and new. Ones that weren't in the previous trailer that I broke down the second channel.
Used to be the production home for wayward boys.
Productive home for labor boys or something. I don't know, but like I said, I think that's the place where Charles Lee Ray Chucky was, like, as a child, since he, I think, killed his mother. So yeah, that's where he went after all of that and everything, and, like, kind of grew up until he left. So yeah, I saw some mention a theory on, like, like, that's really where Charles Lee Ray was as a kid, the orphanage. So I guess that pretty much confirms that, at least in my opinion.
One of the subgenres of horror that I've always loved, this is my own term, the Catholic-based horror.
I love how he labels that Catholic-based horror. That's just, like, a really cool, like, way to phrase it. I've heard him talk about it, like, a few times, but it is really cool.
Movies that draw on the dogma and
yeah, that's them arriving at the, like, incarnate Lord.
Church, like The Omen and The Exorcist.
Do you know why you're...
Laura Jean Corsetski's not in everything. Do you know why you're here?
Because God hates us?
Because God hates us. That's awesome. I could tell she's going to be such a cold character. Telling by, like, how she, like, looks and everything, how she, like, handles herself. I think she's going to be such a, like, unlikable character, but not in the, like, way where it's, like, the actress's fault. If anything, it's going to be because she's doing such a good job. But, like, the character's going to be, she's going to be so anti our characters and everything. Hell, she might even join up with Chucky. I have no clue.
Form school as just a whole new playground for Chucky.
It was like this big.
Oh yeah, this is where I mentioned we have Father Bryce's Devin Sawa right there, and obviously we have, like, Jake walking forward. Like I said, this is likely when they're doing the exorcism. I think this was the same outfit Zachary Arthur was wearing when he did the photo like this and everything, which sparked the whole, like, sparked the whole exorcism theory. So like I said, I heavily think that's what's happening. Maybe this is the altar right here where Chucky is, like, on it. I have no clue, but I heavily think that's what's going on right here. Is the exorcism, and Jake's with them. And it's another reason why I think Father Bryce might team up with our characters. I'm not sure. Because he's like, helping Jake clearly. He believes him that Chucky's alive and he's trying to do an exorcism. So it makes sense. We obviously have a shot right here that we saw in like a teaser that I didn't cover. But it's where Jake's walking forward basically. And I think that's the shot they're getting right here. It's pretty dope.
It's like this big, grand building.
They're basically trapped in this scary.
Oh yeah, that's the shot of like, Chucky launching the throwing knives at them. Just barely missing both of Jake's hands. That's so cool. They're looking up stunned. That's where Chucky has like the knives and throws them at the door. That's really cool. Zachary Arthur IMDb. I don't know why Zachary Arthur is only appearing in Chucky season episode 1. Like I said, I doubt he'll die. Maybe he'll get injured. That's a possibility. But I do not really think. I don't think he'll die. IMDb is also usually very inaccurate with what it says. Usually it'll be people. I think it's kind of like Wikipedia where people just add their own stuff, or it's just very inaccurate most of the time. So I wouldn't trust it. But at least we know he'll be in episode 1. That's pretty cool. I don't like Nika with robotic arms. I love the idea of Nika doll. I don't know. I think I like the idea of the robotic arms more only because it's just it's the happier option or anything. Obviously, yeah, it's just I just like it better because it's like I said, it seems like the happier option with her, being able to somewhat return to some form of normalcy with some arms, mechanical prosthetic arms. But I don't know, that's just me. I still think the Nika doll idea is cool, but I don't know. I just think the prosthetic metal arms, I think is just a happier way for her to go.
Version of
Yeah, Chucky up the chimney with the phone. I didn't wonder what that's all about.
with no escape.
Don Mancini is a genius.
That's obviously Bella, the actress who's playing Nadine, saying Don Mancini's a genius. That's super cool. This is a scene we covered earlier with Tiffany possibly doing a rating of Liar Liar, a Jim Carrey movie, which is awesome. That would just be overall really cool, a cool callback to one of her older, earlier movies. That'd be really cool, but overall it looks pretty cool.
I don't think anyone in the world would come up with these storylines.
Yep. Oh, this is Nika and everything. We've seen this scene already in I think the trailer we covered on the second channel, but it's definitely screwed up.
Fun. There were a lot of laughs.
I love Fiona Dorf's new haircut. It looks so I don't know, I just like it. It looks cool. But yeah, Nika is gonna have it rough, at least in the first few episodes.
Just having
Yeah, again with the green screen guys or the green guys just holding up Chucky and doing all the motions. I don't know, that's just really funny.
Chucky interact with me.
Yeah, this is Laura Jean Korstetsky's nun and everything. This is obviously when Chucky goes, "I've risen," and it didn't even take me 3 days. So she's gonna see him. Although I don't know. Obviously she seems stunned, possibly scared or whatever, or maybe even excited. I have no clue. But I do wonder, what she's gonna kind of do. Is she gonna be hostile towards our characters? What? Actually, never mind. Fuck that. I think she's gonna be 100% hostile towards our characters. Although I wonder what's gonna happen. This scene right here, this clip. I do wonder if Chucky's gonna kill her, or I guess maybe they partner up. I have no clue. But this does look like fear. It does look like fear in general.
Nuns
I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
and priests.
Yeah, killing priests, all that.
All of that.
We saw this, the Jack in the Box from, that's so, there's no way that's not a callback to the Child's Play 2 poster where it's sorry Jack, Chucky's back, where he's cutting it with the clippers or whatever those were. That has to be a callback.
Just
Or a small Easter egg.
seemed
Or
inherently
reference.
fun to me.
Wanna pray?
Wanna pray? Yeah, there's the Jack in the Box.
One of the fun things about the Catholic Church is they believe in the
Oh my god, yeah, I think that's a Chucky doll right there and everything. And this is them doing the exorcism. There's the nun from earlier, Father Bryce. That might be Devin right there. So yeah, all of them in here doing the exorcism on Chucky. And there's Don Mancini talking about how, Catholic, the church always, that does believe in the supernatural, but now they're confronted with a completely different god of Damballa, which is cool.
one of the fun things about the Catholic Church is they believe in the supernatural, big time.
Yeah, there
I
was
think
Jake
they
in the
have
corner. All the
the
answers.
and then to be confronted by a different kind of God.
Yeah, the holy water and everything. That's gonna be so cool
I
to
was
like
raised
see.
Catholic. As a kid, you
Oh, there's a scene with Jake and everything. I'm assuming this is when, like, you know, Father Bryce's character is talking to Jake in his office, brings out the Chucky doll, maybe. I feel like that's going to be, like, you know, that case scenario right here.
take it very seriously.
Yeah, there's Father Bryce's, like I said, the scene where they're talking. He has a lot of plants. Jesus Christ. Why does he have so many plants in here? Does it keep away the demons? Although it didn't, like, you know, doesn't work because obviously, like, you know, Chucky's already in here.
Your first box.
Yeah, here's a good guy. Yeah, like I said, this is likely where, like, you know, Father Bryce brings out, like, you know, the Chucky doll, gives Jake his first Bible, which won't help him all that much, and, like, you know, is talking to him about Chucky, all that, to let go of, like, his past and everything.
The Bible is something you'll never forget.
And as a young gay kid, of course, that impacted me.
Yeah. I love this scene. We got a picture, like, an earlier sneak peek clip, not clip, a promotion or promo photo of, like, you know, Jake and Devin when they first got their, like, you know, uniforms. Father Bryce walking away, like gave them their uniforms and all of that. And this is Jake and Devin. We got, like I said, a promo photo of them, like, in the same situation, pose, suitcases and all of that. This is when they first arrive. And Jake says this, like, funny as fuck line.
That impacted me.
Catholics aren't exactly down with the gays.
Catholics aren't exactly down with the gays. That's, I don't know why that line is just so funny to me. See, we have Jake, Devin all talking in a room and everything after probably a rough day. I wonder if this is actually, I wonder if this is like after they capture that one Chucky doll, as in the trailer we recently got and looked over, where it's like they have the Chucky doll like as kind of like a hostage. That scene of Chucky throwing the knife reminds me of the Child's Play first movie when Chucky stabs Karen in the hand. Actually, yeah, that actually is possible. Or not possible, but yeah, I actually remember that. What time will Chucky be released at what time? It will be at 9 p.m. at least my time, which I think I don't know my own time zone. That's really bad. But it's 9 p.m. my time. I highly recommend looking that up and everything and finding out, like, you know, what time and then finding out, keying it with, like, you know, your time zone. But for me, it's 9 p.m. on like, you know, Wednesday, okay, today. But that's not for like another 24, 18 hours or whatever. So it's definitely a ways away, although I won't be watching the 9 p.m. premiere because I have something to do. But I'll be watching after and obviously doing a live stream tomorrow, but technically tonight. You know, just reviewing the episode, taking a look at the episode 2 trailer and everything, just a small review. And then obviously I'll be releasing a full in-depth trailer breakdown for episode 2, and then obviously a review for episode 1 and all of that. Should be fun. Yeah, Jake and Devin. After maybe they captured Chucky. Oh, yep. The Chucky doll right here, tied up in the chair. This is after they captured the Chucky doll. Where you see him tied up right here. Little Charles Lee Ray or little Chucky just tied up in a chair. It's pretty cool to be like, if you're questioning him about, like, you know, all the dolls and all of that. Like, how many of you are there and all that stuff. Pretty cool.
Daunting, scary place.
They screw up, they're gonna.
Yeah, here's another, like, angle from the scene where they're like, if we screw up, they're gonna send us to juvie. So I guess that's the next step after, like, you know, the Incarnate Lord School for Violent Teens. Next step, juvie, if they, like, fuck up. I wonder if that will be, like, you know, what happens to one of the characters that get sent to juvie. I had a weird theory, like, what if that happens to, like, their bully? Because, like I said, I do highly think there's gonna be a bully, somewhat like a kid that bullies them since the School for Violent Teens. Like, a kid that bullies them, and maybe, like, you know, they frame that kid and get sent to juvie. Maybe that'd be interesting. Survival of the fittest.
I hate homophobes. They're real monsters.
That's really funny. Although someone did make an interesting point on how Chucky said homophobes, I just hate them. But then in the season 1 finale, episode 8, and Affair to Dismember, he said that's so gay to Jake, which is just, like, it's not clicking, but it's kind of funny, I guess. Yeah, the scene where, like, you know, Father Bryce brings out the Chucky doll to Jake and everything to let go, all of that.
Go.
We were focused a lot on family issues in season 1. Now, as the characters
Oh, yep, that's during likely the interview with that one guy, like, where they're interviewing Jake and Devin on, like, what happened at Chucky. This is likely the scene where Devin gets up and shocks the Chucky doll and everything, although I'm not sure if it's going to react, obviously, likely not. But that should be interesting.
age, they have new
Yeah, Lexi,
obstacles in their path.
I'll
drugs.
tell you my secrets if you tell me yours.
You don't want to know.
Not
Oh, I can Nadine is going to be such a cool character. And yeah, there's Nadine and Lexi in their room and all of that. I can tell she's going to be such a cheery character until obviously she makes the obvious revelation of, like, the fact that Chucky is alive. But, that should be cool. Can't wait for that. Yeah, Diamantine talks about, like, season 1 was about family. Now this season's about, like, their friendship, their bonds, their relationships. Because I did hear I'm going off of, like, very fuzzy memory. But I wonder if, like, maybe their relationships will be a bit strained and everything. Like, I heard Devin and Jake will still be trying to get their relationship back on track and everything. There'll be some complications on that in season 2. And then Lexi was on drugs, I think, in season, like, a little bit of season 1 and everything. But, like, now on season 2, like, at least the episode 1 or, like, a little bit early in season 1, Lexi will be doing drugs. So that should be interesting. Obviously, like, the power of family and friendship and relationships will get her out of that, luckily. Or hopefully, but yeah, most likely.
Yours.
You don't want to know.
just in terms of survival and surviving Chucky.
Yeah, yeah, this is likely our characters, like Jake, Devin, Lexi, and Nadine, like, bring out arsenal of knives. Unless this is Chucky, where he, like, finds the throwing knives. Chucky, this is likely the ground. I don't know why I swear I thought I saw someone next to me. But, yeah, Chucky, I'm not sure if this is the ground of, like, the Catholic boarding school, like, Incarnate Lord, or if this is the, bottom of the truck, like, the SXX or something, like, truck that, like, delivery truck that Andy's driving, I'm not sure.
But their own relationship as
Yeah,
well.
their relationships.
It was a blast.
Exorcism.
I think people are really going to enjoy it.
I don't know how he comes up with this stuff, but it's amazing.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the trailer. That's cool. Oh, I can't wait for Chucky season 2. It's gonna be awesome. And at least we don't have to wait much long. Well, it's technically almost a full day wait, away now and everything. But at least Chucky season 2 is not that far away. We are not that far away. I definitely want to live stream more or anything. Because like I said, I think I'm going to do live streams, like, after episodes and such. Actually, I'll just keep it on that screen. But yeah, I think I'm going to do, like, live streams after episodes. Like, do reviews, trailer breakdowns and such. Then let's go back to the slides. But yeah, I think I'm overall going to do, like, trailer breakdowns and such live and just all of that. And then, yeah, that was the season 2 sneak peek first look thing we got. Oh, we've gotten a lot of first looks. Like, we've gotten so many first looks. I think even Jennifer Tilly made a joke about that. I've been getting so many first looks, but they're not really first looks since, like, they're not first. They're, like, the 7th looks we've gotten. But it's all cool. More Chucky, more fun. And you can't turn down more Chucky. Definitely not. But, yeah. Chucky season 2 starts today. 9 p.m. at least my time. I highly, like, like, influence or, yeah, I just highly influence or recommend and, like, want everyone to go check their, like, own times 100% on, like, when it's going to be premiering for you. I won't be watching at 9 o'clock since I have something to do and everything, so I'll likely be watching around 10, so expect maybe a live stream around maybe 1 a.m., 12 a.m., sometime around there, and I think a review for episode 1 just to talk about it, and of course a season 2, episode 2 trailer breakdown, and obviously more in-depth videos to come as the week goes on and all of that. Probably later into the week, maybe Friday, maybe like, yeah, Friday around that time. Oh, I'm so tired. But yeah, that is likely what I'm going to wrap up with the live stream. That's all I really want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about. Thank you everyone for coming out and everything. Definitely expect another live stream likely. I guess it's technically tonight since it's the next day, but Definitely expect another live stream like, 12 a.m. and all that. I don't want Jake Lloyd to die, or I'm going to be really heartbroken, feeling sad, worrying, crying, screaming his name. I don't feel he's going to die. I really don't feel he's going to die. Maybe get wounded, maybe, but I do not feel he's going to die at all. Like I said, get wounded, yeah. I would feel scared for any other character. I don't want Andy to die in the slightest. I want him to survive. I want him to literally be the one to put the final blow and kill Chucky once and for all, and maybe in like a final movie when they finally decide to wrap up the franchise and everything. But that would be awesome. But yeah, I don't think Jake's gonna die. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here, since obviously it's a bit late and everything. I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'll upload the VOD will go into the, obviously, the live stream VOD playlist and everything. And I'll upload the trailer breakdown reaction thing that I just did tomorrow, obviously way before the premiere of episode 1 or anything. If you want to check that on the second channel, link down below in the description of the live stream. And yeah, I will see you guys all later. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. We can chat on there and everything, and talk about, like, theories and all of that and everything. I'm always willing to, like, talk up theories, episode thoughts and all of that, even video recommendations on, like, stuff like that, like horror. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about in the live stream, trailer breakdown, all of that. Chucky Season 1 starts today at 9 p.m. my time. But like I said, I highly recommend you go check out your own time. Oh yeah, Jake's cat Binksy. I wish the cat, that would be such a cool, like, thing to happen in Season 2, is just for his cat to come back surprisingly, and for it not to have died. But obviously it likely died, or was killed by Chucky. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Chucky Season 1 Episode 1 premieres, or Chucky Season 2, Episode 1 premieres today. I think it's called Halloween 2. 9 p.m. my time. Like I said, I highly influence, want, and recommend you all look up your own times and everything. And expect a live stream tonight, or technically tomorrow night and everything. Review, trailer breakdowns and everything, all coming soon. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Peace, my amigos, and peace out. Like I said, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. We can chat in there about theories, thoughts, episode stuff and everything, and just anything Chucky and horror related. Peace, my amigos, and